Hey, Gypsy Rider here, and today we have an opportunity to ride this beauty behind me, a 2017 Kawasaki Voyager, Vulcan Voyager 1700cc. Okay, so here we are. I'm gonna turn this bad boy on. And here she goes. Starts up like a champ. What's nice about this unit here is obviously the key you need to turn the motorcycle on, but once she's on, you can remove the key so it doesn't flop around here and scratch up all your chrome around here like I already see some scratches maybe from the previous owner. This is a used 2017 Voyager, so that is a really nice touch. And then from here you can just use this knob and turn it off when you're done riding. In the meantime, I go ahead and keep the key in my pocket, and of course hope we don't lose it, because then we got problems. So let's get on her and take her for a spin. So I have no experience riding a Voyager. As a disclosure, I have owned a couple of Nomads, Kawasaki Nomads. So same engine, I believe. It's just, this is just a much bigger bike because it is a full bagger motorcycle. The Nomads that I have owned were, I believe, generation 1 and 3. So already I can feel she's very, very maneuverable and limber. I know she's a heavy bike, but like you've seen so many other reviews on YouTube about this bike, once you get her moving, that weight just disappears. Let's bring her to a stop. Yeah, that's also very, very smooth. Oh yeah, second gear, and here's that clunk, that hammer that is so famous or notorious for a Vulcan motorcycle. As you guys are aware, I own a Vulcan 900 by Kawasaki, and it's the same sound my 900 makes, and that's what I kind of love about these Vulcans, is that hammer that, you know, you feel every gear. So this motorcycle, I mean, I'm only going about 20 miles an hour, super comfortable, sounds amazing. I believe those are just the stock pipes. Love the dashboard, and I apologize for blocking that with my bottle here and my phone, but it is Florida. It's almost 100 degrees outside. It is imperative that I carry some water with me because it gets quick, fast under a full face helmet, and the last thing I want to do is dehydrate and get a headache and all these things. So I carry a good amount of water with me on the bike. So I apologize for that. Oh yeah, she does very nice around turns. Like I said, she feels so nimble, very responsive for such a big, heavy bike. mean, with me on it, this bike's about 1,000 pounds. And this bike only has 5,600 miles on it. Practically brand new and not even broken in yet. It is for sale. And then depending on how much I like it, well, you guys know where I'm going with this, right? That is always the problem. Test riding motorcycles. You end up falling in love fast. Oh man, she's got a very unique sound. So as I'm sitting here at this light, I was just able to use the engine brake, and engine brakes beautifully. The brake system, very responsive, very nice. I know it's got this I think it's called K-Cat braking system, where it evens out your braking, whether you use your foot brake or your hand brake. If you only use one or the other, it deploys equal braking system to the front and the back, which is very nice. It's like their own ABS system, I guess. So that's a nice feature. Let's get her up here on the highway or interstate here and see how she performs. I mean, she is a touring bike, but I can already tell that even around town she is pretty nimble. Woo. And good suspension, I gotta say. That was a good bump, and man, she just went over there like a little cloud. Seat's very comfortable. And like I said, she is designed to be a touring motorcycle, so she's a full bagger, got lots of storage on it. I was impressed by that. She's a 5-speed with a overdrive, or I don't know if you want to call it 6 speeds, but I think it's when you get up there, it shows OD for overdrive, so it's a 5-speed with overdrive. And I've read some reviews and I've watched some other videos, and people are saying that you don't really use your overdrive all that much. And right now I'm in 5th gear. I'm at 60 miles an hour, and I know she likes to live in a little bit higher RPM, so I'm in 5th gear still, going to 70 now, and it still doesn't feel like she wants to be shifted up a notch. But I've heard people say overdrive is really not until you get up to almost 80 miles an hour. I'm at 75, and I'm going to start shifting to the overdrive. I'm going to do it right now. Here's OD. So it has a gear indicator right here on the screen. And oh yeah, I know what people are saying. So as soon as I went to overdrive, it almost feels like, initially it felt like the bike was almost sluggish. You know, it quiets down, and I'm at 2,500 RPMs right now and going 70. So it drops the RPM dramatically. But I'd say once you're cruising on overdrive, it is super comfortable and super nice. What I've noticed, even out here on the interstate, is the balance of this bike. Because it is such a good center of gravity, all the weight seems to be on the road. This bike virtually just wants to go straight. There is no wind that affects the bike in one way or the other, like, you know, swaying. It just wants to be. It's just like a car where you feel like you're glued to to the pavement, and it's such a nice balanced weight that makes this a super comfortable ride at higher speeds. Of course, people are talking about the instrumentation, how it looks like it's a little bit old school, and you either love it, I guess, or you hate it, or you put up with it. I'm kind of digging it. I love it. I love all the round instrumentation and the fonts that they use inside the instrumentation. It looks like, you know, something from the 60s, 70s. It's kind of really cool. It's got self-canceling turn signals, which you expect from this type of a bike. She gets about, right here it's telling me on the screen, I average 32.7 miles to the gallon, which isn't great, I would say. But then I always been under the mindset you don't buy a bike for its fuel economy. But that's just me. So I'd say she's no racer. She's no street bike. She gets up in speed okay, but she is a cruiser, you know. So if you expect super high put out as far as takeoff speed, don't buy this bike, buy a street bike. But if you're looking, I guess, so far for comfort, good heavy touring bike that has pretty much all the bells and whistles on it. There are some things that I believe it doesn't have, and maybe it should have. But I know this bike has been compared to Harley Davidson and Indian and other bikes that are considerably more expensive. I think this bike has tremendous value to somebody that is looking for a style bike like this, but doesn't want to get into the high 20s, mid 30s, or even 40 plus $1,000 range on these bikes. So this bike used is just under $10,000 right now. It's a 2017 with 5,600 miles on it. I think it's a killer deal. I know these engines are super reliable. They're pretty easy to maintain. Just keep up with your regular scheduled maintenance and you shouldn't have any issues with this engine. So she has a audio system. She has a radio in here, and I believe a CB radio and a communication button. So let's turn the volume up here on the radio for just a second. I'll turn her back down, and that is the stock speaker system. I know you can upgrade it and probably get much better audio quality out of it, but you can hear it. You know, I was at 50-60 miles an hour, and it was pretty clear listening to a radio as far as the audio system goes. So that's pretty decent. Now, speaking about the audio system, I was looking at where to connect my phone to listen to, you know, my iPhone music, and I realized that this bike doesn't have anywhere to connect the Bluetooth. So that to me is a big boo-boo. I think it was pretty easy to put like a USB port in here, connect my phone to it, and I should be able to listen to it over the onboard speakers, but it's a no-go. So what I understand is you have to buy a audio adapter that Kawasaki sells, and then inside this compartment right here is a wire that you could connect the audio adapter to, that then allows a 3.5 auxiliary cord, which I don't know what you guys listen to, but I don't have a 3.5 millimeter attachment on my iPhone. So, but then you would buy a Wi-Fi receiver or Bluetooth receiver with that 3.5 mil that you plug in there, and with that you should be getting a signal to your phone, a Bluetooth signal, and you can listen music from your phone. And the only instrumentation for the audio you can use is volume, from what I understand. You cannot change your tunes or change your stations or whatever. So you have only volume control on the handlebar that is usable, and the rest you would have to still change from your iPhone. So it's a little bit, yeah, it can be done, but kind of silly that they make it complicated like that. I wish it was a little bit easier, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, so I pulled over for a minute to have another look at this bike and also show you the storage that it has. So obviously it has two hard cases and then a trunk that holds two full-face helmets. What I like about the hard cases is that they open from the top. So you get quite a bit in here. There's a backrest here that belongs to the seat, which I'm not using today, but you basically, you can load up your luggage from the bottom going up, and then you have this voided area still to close everything. So you'll get quite a bit of storage and luggage stuff in here. So I like that part, opposed to hard bags that open from the side. So to me, that is a big plus if you're carrying stuff with you or going on trips. And the top trunk, it's also nice as far as the design. A lot of, or some trunks will open this way, which if you have somebody on the back, in order to open this, they would have to get off the bike. The design here, Kawasaki thought, well, we're going to open it this way to the side, so if you have somebody on here, they just have to lean forward a little bit and you can open this huge trunk with a passenger on it, and they don't have to leave the bike. So I thought that was a pretty good design idea and pretty decent, and it's a huge area. It will fit two full face helmets in here easily, or in my case, maybe an extra large pizza. I'm thinking, I think a pizza box will probably fit in here too. And so to me, that's a winner right there. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. If you can fit a large or an extra large pizza in your trunk, I think that's pretty good, right? So anyways, everything obviously is lockable with your key. It does have a decent little cushy little seat here for your person on the back, and so far when I was riding this bike, this stock seat is pretty comfortable, and it's a pretty good looking bike. So some of the other features are in your fairing here, you have a little button that you can close. You close it or you open it depending on how much wind flow you want coming in to your bike. So in the winter time, you probably want to take advantage of the little bit of warmth coming from the engine. And you would close this off, and kind of keeps you nice and warm and protected from the wind. During the summertime, you probably don't want this closed, and you open it and allow as much airflow through so you stay somewhat comfortable on the bike. And obviously both sides will have that. It's got engine guards front and back. Doesn't have highway pegs, but I think it should have it, but it doesn't. Obviously it's an after thing, but I guess previous owner didn't want it. I love the 3 triple lights in the front, so 2 fog lights that are controlled by this button here. You can turn it on and off. It also has 2 little cubbies here and here that are lockable. This is the one I was talking about. It has the audio cable and auxiliary cable cords in here. So that compartment is pretty much done with once you put all your accessories in, so you can use your phone. But this one is wide open, so if you want to put your wallet in here, it's lockable. You're good to go on that. Windshield, really nice size. I know they make shorter ones, you can replace them, but I am 5'11", and I didn't feel any wind buffering, so the wind just goes right over top of my helmet. So that is very nice. Well guys, I hope you liked this quick test ride. It's not a full review because I'm not an expert in motorcycles. I just ride them and see how I like them and share my thoughts and opinions. But I gotta say, I'm liking this motorcycle. For the money, I don't think you can go wrong. So anyway, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let me know what you guys think about this motorcycle. Is it nice? Do you like it? Do you love it? Do you hate it? What do you like about it? And what do you not like about it? Let me know. I'll see you guys in the next video. Be safe, ride safe, and stay safe. Bye.